Good morning. My name is Amy McClave with Northwest Team 2, Operations Section Chief Trainee. So we have assumed command and control of the fire this morning, and with Northwest Team 2, our primary mission remains unchanged, and that is securing all of our fire lines. And I'll start with an update over to the north end of the fire on the chalk fire in our branch 8. So up here, we continue to have our crews patrolling and monitoring and mopping up as needed along the fire lines, including that contained fire edge. They are still finding a few heats and a few smokes there, so we want to make sure to take care of that. And as we move into warmer and drier fuels conditions and weather conditions, we are keeping an eye there to the west northwest. We still have an area of some unburned or partially burned fuel that's showing some heat, so we're actively engaged over there, ensuring that if it comes to life, we're able to jump on that and continue to secure that fire's edge to the west. We're also continuing with the forest product removal, so the slash and the logs up there on some of our indirect lines here to the west and to the northeast. And McKinley Creek and Tire Mountain, those fires are still looking very quiet. Tire Mountain, we pulled all of our equipment and hose off of that, so everything's looking good up there. As we move on down south of Highway 58 into our branch 12, I'll start with the Coffeepot fire. So that is still in containment, and we still have crews there actively patrolling and putting out any hot spots that they find. And we are also continuing not only with Coffeepot, but all along to our indirect lines to the south with removing slash and other forest products. So moving some logs and finishing some cleanup there so that our fire lines, the indirect ones to the south, are complete. Now, as we move to the east here, so Moss Mountain had some fire growth yesterday. We continued to work aircraft there to the southeast along the Hill Creek drainage, and just keeping that in check while folks are still continuing to complete the indirect fire lines there to the north and continue to strengthen those lines. And to the southeast, our 208 fire actually experienced some significant fire growth yesterday to the northwest. So it has moved closer to Moss Mountain. It's still primarily there over in the wilderness and west of Diamond Peak. And today crews are going to take a look at where the fire traveled to overnight, and they're going to reassess this fire lines down here, and they're going to be taking a look at what roads and what lines they can re-engage the fire on, and they'll start prep on those as well. So to round this out, they're just going to continue with both the primary lines, keeping the fires within their current footprint to the extent possible, and then continuing with that indirect line construction. And we're just making sure that we don't turn our back on anything that we have contained as well. Just with this change in weather, we want to ensure that we're still protecting the values at risk here with our communities and our infrastructure and our private lands. And with that, thank you. Have a good day.